Show starts in 5 minutes.
Good evening, folks, and a hearty welcome to our drive-in theater. We have a wonderful evening's entertainment lined up for you, one that will provide several hours of pleasurable relaxation and diversion for you and your family. Did you fail to dress up for tonight's show? No tie, an old shirt and slacks, a house dress? Well, don't give it a thought. We're glad you came as you are. We just want you to enjoy yourselves.
Here's a new taste treat. The corn dog. Plump, juicy wieners are dipped in a thick, golden Southern-style corn batter that seals in all their freshness and flavor. If you like hot dogs, you'll love corn dogs. Everybody does. Try a corn dog with your favorite beverage. At the refreshment corner now. Corn dogs.
It's 4 minutes till showtime.
Yum, yum. It's time for a tasty and refreshing snack. We promise to satisfy your hunger, your thirst, your sweet tooth. So visit our refreshment center now. Let's go!
It's 3 minutes till showtime.
Men, there's a drive-in movie full of juicy people. Wow! It's a trap! Help! It's Pick! We've had it, men.
A pleasant aroma for you, but not for mosquitoes. Pick is easy to use. Light it and forget it. Pick's aroma keeps mosquitoes, gnats, and sandflies away. Pick is the best protection for barbecues, fishing and camping trips, or just relaxing in the yard.
So if you don't want our company ever anywhere, just like Pick and see what I mean? Bye!
Pick is on sale at the refreshment stand now. Show starts in 2 minutes.
Today we're interviewing a stomach.
Hello there.
What is life like as a stomach?
Oh, boy, it was humdrum. I mean, until what's-his-name discovered Tony's Pizza.
Tony's Pizza?
Yeah, I was suffering from the pizza cravings until Tony's came along. Crispy crust and zesty sauces. Wow.
And so now... What's that?
Another pizza craving. Just thinking about Tony's sets it off.
Oh, where are you going?
He's going to get a Tony's Pizza, and I follow him anywhere.
Does your stomach send you pizza craving signals? Oh, wow. Tony's, the Pizza Cravers Pizza.
There are words men live by, words of strength, of wisdom, and of peace. We urge you to find the spiritual comfort and guidance we all so greatly need by attending your place of worship regularly.
Show starts in 1 minute.
Yum, yum. It's a meal in itself. Our all-meat super dog. Enjoy one now.
And now, on with the show.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the movie quiz. I am your host, Chris Mann Nelson, and in just a minute or two, you and I will be embarking together on a trivia odyssey through 50 points of movie trivia and puzzles. I've got an interesting puzzle for you tonight. It's going to be a fun one. Tonight is part 2 of game 2 of part 3 of season 13. If you like numbers, this is the most recent mini season that's making up season 13. It's the middle point of the mini season. So, and last week was all about heat and just boiling heat and hell and everything. So this week is about water, balancing it out with water as your theme tonight. So let's jump into the game and open that in-game portal. Ooh, the portal is open, which means that we can head over to the movie theater. We are over here in the movie theater, and we're going to kick it off with our first round tonight, which is A Pirate's Life for Me. A Pirate's Life for Me, all about pirate movies, pirate trivia. Here we go. Question number 1. The Goonies set out to find what pirate's treasure in order to save their family's homes in the 1985 adventure film. What was the name of that pirate in Goonies? What is that pirate's name? All right, let's put 15 seconds on the clock. It's behind the chat now, I suppose. All righty, so time is up for this first question. A lot of teams guessed Blackbeard, things like that, maybe like a real pirate, but this one was made up for the movie. It is One-Eyed Willie, who Sean Astin, what's his name, Mikey? He's like, that's kind of weird. His relationship with One-Eyed Willie, his parasocial relationship with One-Eyed Willie gets kind of weird. Also, in that movie, as one of the Fratellis, is Joey Pants, Joe Pantoliano. And what movie is Joe Pantoliano in? The Matrix, of course, but also The Fugitive. He's in The Fugitive. Joe Pantoliano, an unlikely Joey Pants entryway to getting fugitive tonight. All right, question number 2. In The Curse of the Black Pearl, Jack Sparrow and Will Turner assemble a crew from other pirates of the Caribbean on what reptile-shaped haven for high seas marauders? What was the name of that island? If you don't know it from the movie, you might know it from The Lonely Island. I was told and I should shout out tonight when I'm drinking is my wife's homebrew, Monastery Mulberry is what it's called, made from real mulberries harvested from our backyard. It's very delicious, and it's just for us. Let me see. All right, so the island in Pirates of the Caribbean, I don't know if it's in the sequels, I can't remember. But Jack Sparrow in the Lonely Island video, they call him the Jester of Tortuga. Michael Bolton calls him the Jester of Tortuga. All right, question number 3 in our pirate round. Made famous in I'm sorry, I made that up out of thin air. Made in part by Aardman Studios and featuring voices of Hugh Grant and David Tennant, the claymation film Pirates in an Adventure with Scientists was given what subtitle outside of the UK? It was based on a book, and it was called Pirates in an Adventure with Scientists. But what was that movie called elsewhere? You can give me the full title. It's Pirates and then something else. Because I guess American children can't handle science. It's like the Sorcerer's Stone. This movie was pretty good. It was nominated for Best Animated Feature 2015, 17, somewhere around 10 years ago. All right, so that movie, it has Charles Darwin in it. That's why I think David Tennant is Charles Darwin. And they find like one surviving dodo, if memory serves. But it's called Adventure with Scientists in UK, but everywhere else it's Pirates Band of Misfits. Band of Misfits is the name elsewhere, including America. All right, question number 4. Clocking in at 3 hours and 35 minutes. The ultimate cut of what Zack Snyder movie reintegrates deleted scenes as well as the animated pirate story Tales of the Black Freighter? Clocking in at 3 hours and 35 minutes, the ultimate cut of what Zack Snyder movie reintegrates deleted scenes, as well as the animated pirate story Tales of the Black Freighter. So interesting. A lot, I'd say most teams, or at least half, guess Justice League because there's the Snyder cut of that. But this is more, it's more in line, although it's very herky jerky when it translated to a motion medium. This story was peppered in through the graphic novel of Watchmen. It's a story within a story in the Watchmen graphic novel, and they did an animated version. They cut to it. It doesn't work. It doesn't really work. Works great in the graphic novel, but not so much in the movie. All right, we're halfway through our Pirates round. Question number 5. What actor won a BAFTA and was nominated for an Oscar, Golden Globe, and SAG Award for his very first film role, a Somali pirate in the film Captain Phillips? Oh, yeah, that's right. Gerard Butler was he was the shipwrecked guy trying to get away from the Black Freighter. Once again, question number 5. What actor won a BAFTA and was also nominated for an Oscar, a Golden Globe, and a SAG Award for his very first film, which was playing a pirate in Captain Phillips? All right, so time is up. This guy, he hasn't done a ton since, but his name is Barkhad Abdi. Barkhad Abdi is the name of the guy who won, or he won a BAFTA, but he was nominated. I forget who he lost the Oscar to that year, 2013, I guess. All right, question number 6. Starring Gina Davis and Matthew Modine, what 1995 pirate movie sits at number 6 on the biggest bombs of all time, losing a total of $202 million? Once again, starring Gina Davis and Matthew Modine, what 1995 pirate movie sits at number 6 on the biggest box office bombs of all time, losing a total of $202 million? All right. So that movie, I was surprised it was as low as 6, but I guess other movies have just, with budgets ballooning in recent years, it's been eclipsed by like even Dial of Destiny, because for some reason Dial of Destiny costs like $345 million, which is frigging insane. But this movie is Cutthroat Island. Cutthroat Island is that movie directed by Rennie Harlin. And I've never actually seen it, but I imagine it's not just like Waterworld, which a lot of people guessed for this one, which is a good guess. It's not as bad as all that. All right. Your next question is multiple choice. Which of these actors has not played Peter Pan's nemesis, Captain Hook, in a feature-length film? Your options are Tim Curry, Dustin Hoffman, Jude Law, Jason Isaacs. Who has not played Captain Hook? Yes, Dial of Destiny was one of the most expensive. It was crazy. So it's like, I mean, you set yourself, and I liked it well enough, but it's just like, read the room, man. Why are you spending all? I guess, well, Disney spent $4 billion to acquire Lucasfilm and all of his assets, so they weren't gonna not make an Indiana Jones movie. All right, time is up for this one. So which one of these actors has never played Captain Hook? The answer is the one guy who has played Long John Silver in Muppet Treasure Island. It's Tim Curry. Tim Curry has been a pirate, but and I think in my research I saw he played Captain Hook in like a TV show briefly in the early 90s, but he never in a feature film. All right, and your last question of your first round: after disappearing while looking to make his fortune to marry Buttercup, Wesley returns, having taken up the mantle of what black-clad buccaneer in The Princess Bride? Once again, after disappearing while looking to make his fortune to marry Buttercup, Wesley returns, having taken up the mantle of what black-clad buccaneer in The Princess Bride? All right, time is up for this question. Who is that pirate that Wesley, it turns out he's not one guy, it's a mantle that gets passed down. That is Dread Pirate Roberts. The Dread Pirate Roberts is your answer. All right, so nicely done. That brings us to the end of round one. Kind of a tough first round. So let's shake it off and move on to round two, which is our picture round. It's our picture round. So this one is all about, I've got 8 movies with beach scenes, famous beach scenes, and you just name the movie, and I will give you 4 minutes to do so. All right. So here it is. Let me open this up, and you name these 8 movies. Make sure that they are in the right order. And yeah, I'll give you 4 minutes. Put 4 minutes on the clock starting now. And good luck, everybody. All right, gang. So you're just about halfway through your timer on this one. 2 minutes down, 2 minutes to go. Now, you know what? I missed. Timer was off. It was offset. So we're actually over 4 minutes at the moment. So I'm going to start the timer right about now and give you about 15 seconds to get your answer. Here, let me move it over here. 15 seconds on the clock for this one. I think everybody's got their answers in, but if you need to change anything in the last couple seconds, now is the time to do so. All right, there we go. Time is up. So let's go over these before we reveal the answers and show you how you did. You had 8 beach movies in front of you. That first one with the 2, I think it's, what is it, Rock Hudson? I forget who else. They're in the surf. That is From Here to Eternity. 2, that is the original Point Break. 3, that is the original Planet of the Apes. 4, that is Shawshank Redemption. It's the end of Shawshank Redemption. Number 5, everybody got it right. That is Barbie. That's Simu Liu. That's the beach off scene. Number 6, this one was a little bit tough. This was Roma. Roma, the movie from a couple years back. Number let's see. Number 7, this was also tough. This was The 400 Blows, the French film with Antoine Donnell, the first of that series. And the last movie, that is a James Bond movie. It is Die Another Day with Halle Berry in there. Halle Berry in the bikini. They were going to give her a spin-off movie, and they never did. They rebooted it and made Casino Royale instead. All right, so let's keep it going into the lightning round here. The lightning round this week is called Boat Rockers, and here it is. Let's open it up and show you what you got. So name the actors. So your answers here will all be an actor. Name the actors who have starred in multiple films about a bad boat trip. Your first actor starred in The River Wild and Whitewater Summer. Your second was in Deliverance and Anaconda. Your third actor was in Captain Ron and Poseidon. And your fourth was in the movies Dead Calm and Titanic. All right. So, I didn't do the points. Did I not do the points? Why do I always forget to do that for you guys? I'm so sorry. I did not give you your points. But let's go back. Here we go. Let's go back to this one. Name these actors. I'm going to give you 90 seconds. That's what makes it a lightning round. It's fast. 90 seconds on the clock starts now. Name those 4 actors who were in multiple troubled boat trips. Again, you got about 30 seconds left. Name these 4 actors. All right, let's do it. Let's start that 15-second timer for your lightning round here. Who are these 4 actors who are in multiple bad boats, terrible boats? All right, that is time. So let's go over your results. Let's go over the answers and then show you your results. So River Wild and Whitewater Summer, that's Kevin Bacon. Kevin Bacon. Number 2, Anaconda and Deliverance is Medal of Freedom winner John Voight. Number 3, Poseidon and Captain Ron, that is Kurt Russell and Billy Zane. Billy Zane is your last one. Billy Zane was in Dead Calm. He's like the bad guy, I think. A lot of people got Billy Zane. I'm very proud of you guys for getting Billy Zane. I thought that would be a lot tougher. All right, let's take a look at your scores as we're here at the halfway point, and also give you the option, if you're feeling good about it, to double up. All right, if you're feeling good about it, you can double up your points for the season. So let's see what we've got here. We've got Looney Tunes with 2, Stroke of Genius, and Stallone refuses the Kennedy Center honor, citing a long-standing beef with Kiss, and Fantastic 2, all with 4. Trivia Rocks with 6, Smoked Meats and Chris the Curator with 10. Ask Us About Airplanes with 14, Helsinki Syndrome with 16, Marley's Chains with 17, and Han Still Solo. Welcome back. It's been a bit since Han has been here, leading the way with 20, which I believe is perfect so far. All right, so choose whether you want to double up your score. Maybe if you missed last week, you can do it once per 3 episode block. All right, so let's see if anybody's going for it. Most people know. Actually, one team is doubling up tonight. Almost everybody is going for no. All right, so that brings us to our puzzle round. All right, so branching out. Also, I feel like I did a video. I went experimental a couple of weeks ago and it backfired, and I want to redeem myself. So I'm going experimental again for this one. It's pretty easy overall, but so this puzzle round is all about characters who live underwater, movie characters who live underwater. So what I've done is, in the last 24 hours, I have written and recorded a sea shanty for you, like it's early COVID. I have done a sea shanty for you, and I will sing about 8 different. I have sung about 8 different characters, and you have to name the character. Don't name the movie, unless, of course, the character's name is the name of the movie. And so what you're going to do is you are just going to listen to the shanty. There's a link to an unlisted YouTube video of it if you're having trouble streaming it, but the video it's a song, and it's a lyric video, if you will. It's a lyric video. All right, so here we go. Let's open it up. Underwater Dwellers Sea Shanty. You should have 8 blanks in front of you. I double checked that I did not make it 8 points out of 7 blanks this time. So hopefully it'll work. And away we go.
One.
Who lives in a pineapple under the sea? The star of movies and TV. Premiered in 99, but he's still alive with a new film due in 2025.
Two.
In the South Pacific, there was a dad who had lost his family. It was so sad when his one surviving son swam astray. He followed the clues to Wallaby Way.
A rebellious princess fighting with the king spent her days collecting human things. Got some legs, lost her voice, but it turned out fine. Her new boyfriend killed a witch based on divine. This underwater hero was quite unhip, so they tatted him up and they made him ripped. He can talk to fish, can you believe this power got him into the Justice League? Marvel Comics unveiled their Atlantean a full 2 years before DC's Man. Then decades later made his screen debut as an antagonist in Black Panther 2. Bill Nye did look identical to a squid with his CGI tentacles when he played this legend of the depths and Pirates of the Caribbean Dead Man's Chest. In a coastal town off of Italy, a Pixar boy lived beneath the sea. He looked like a mermaid, swam like a fish, but to see the surface world was all that he wished. If you're looking for wonder and whimsy, try the animated world of Miyazaki. There's no face, Kiki, Totoro, and this little koi boy with a heart of gold.
Reminder to name the characters for all these.
Now the shanty's coming to an end, but you're gonna wanna hear these clues again. So just sit right back, cause we're not quite done. Let's start again with number 1. Who lives in a pineapple under the sea? The star of movies and TV. Premiered in '99, but he's still alive with a new film due in 2025. In the South Pacific, there was a dad who had lost his family. It was so sad when his one surviving son swam astray. He followed the clues to Wallaby Way. A rebellious princess fighting with the king spent her days collecting human things. Got some legs, lost her voice, but it turned out fine. Her new boyfriend killed the witch based on divine. This underwater hero was quite unhip, so they tatted him up and they made him ripped. He can talk to fish, can you believe this power got him into the Justice League? Marvel Comics unveiled their Atlantean a full 2 years before DC's Man. Then decades later made his screen debut as an antagonist in Black Panther 2. Bill Nye did look identical to a squid with his CGI tentacles when he played this legend of the depths and Pirates of the Caribbean Dead Man's Chest. In a coastal town off of Italy, a Pixar boy lived beneath the sea. He looked like a mermaid, swam like a fish, but to see the surface world was all that he wished. If you're looking for wonder and whimsy, try the animated world of Miyazaki. There's no face, Kiki, Totoro, and this little koi boy with a heart of gold. Now we're really done, there's no more song. I hope you don't get any wrong. If you do, then you can cancel. Chris, just don't forget to hit submit.
All right, everybody, that is the end of that, for better or worse. Let's start the 15-second timer. I hope you enjoyed that silliness. And don't forget to name these characters, and then we'll go over them and see how you did. All righty. It came all together. It all came together pretty fast. So I guess I have a future writing sea shanties, I suppose. All right. So that first one, who lives in a pineapple under the sea? Of course, that is SpongeBob SquarePants. He has a bunch of movies and a new one coming out, which I didn't know until researching this. Number 2, the dad in the South Pacific who followed the clues to Wallaby Way. That's your boy Marlin. Let's just open it up. The rebellious princess. That's Ariel from The Little Mermaid. Number 5 is Aquaman, of course. They tatted him up. And the number, let me see. Some of these I'm rescoring. So if your score doesn't look right, they'll get rescored. Number 6, the other who I would have sworn that Aquaman came first, but I found out that Namor, the Submariner from Marvel, predates Aquaman by 2 years. I had no idea. And then you've got Davy Jones is the Bill Nye one. You've got the Pixar boy is Luca. Luca is the Italian mermaid boy, and the little goldfish boy in Miyazaki, that is Ponyo. Ponyo is your last one, which a lot of people got. So that's that. Let's take a look at your answers here after 4 rounds. We got Trivia Rocks with 8, Fantastic 2 with 9, Stroke of Genius and Looney Tunes both with 10, Stallone with 11, Smoke Meats with 12, Chris the Curator with 15, Ask Us About Airplanes with 20, Helsinki Syndrome with 24, Marley's Chains with 25, and Han Still Solo with 28. So nicely done. I'm glad that an experimental puzzle round actually worked. That I didn't F it up. That's nice. All right. Thank you all. Thank you for the love in the chat for the sea shanty. I do appreciate. I was, anytime I try something new with I know there's no decimals. I know, but the decimals make it tough on everybody. They are fun, but they have to happen organically. It's less fun when I make them happen. All right, so let's keep it going into our double points round, which is water everywhere. It's just kind of a hodgepodge of double points questions about different ocean, lakes, river movies, all kinds of stuff. All right, here we go. Your first question of your double points round. Which 2 of these survival films set on boats are based on true stories? Two different true stories. In the Heart of the Sea, All Is Lost, The Perfect Storm. Which 2 of those? And remember, if you have not played this game before, there's 2 correct answers, each one worth 1 point, but if you pick the wrong one, it'll knock you down to 0. But you do not have to pick 2. You can pick 1. You can go for just 1 if you don't want to chance it. If you don't want to risk wiping out to 0 for that question. Drinking water. Alrighty, so the 2 boat movies. One, In the Heart of the Sea, a Ron Howard movie with Chris Hemsworth. It was a story about the real thing that inspired Moby Dick. And The Perfect Storm is the other one. The Perfect Storm was based on a real fishing boat that was lost in the 90s. All right, question number 2. Unlikely franchise, Weekend at Bernie's. Insane. Still insane 30 years later that there's 2 of these. Involves cadaver-defiling hijinks in which 2 beach vacation destinations? Yeah, I'm testing your Weekend at Bernie's knowledge. The Hamptons, New York. St. Thomas, U.S. Virgin Islands. Cancun, Mexico are your 3 options. Where do they drag Bernie's dead corpse? I know Bernie was a bad guy, right? He was going to kill them, which is smart from a screenwriter. Make Bernie very unsympathetic. Make Bernie very unsympathetic so that it's okay when you tie a rope around his wrist and make him wave to people. And then he's got like voodoo and shit. He's like walking around and Weekend at Bernie's too. Love it. I loved Weekend at Bernie's too growing up. It's the Hamptons and St. Thomas is where the 2 Weekend at Bernie's movies take place. All right, question number 3. Which pair of ocean or lake set horror franchises had 3rd installments that were released in 3D? Your options are The Meg, Friday the 13th, and Jaws. A lot of Jaws this season. Jaws keeps coming up. I think maybe my subconscious is telling me I want to watch Jaws. It's also, I've been doing like summer themed stuff. So Can't beat Jaws. I do want to watch Jaws, though. I haven't watched it in a while. All right, that's true. It is the 50th anniversary of Jaws. So yeah, that's true. It's just kind of in the air. All right. So the two movies that were in 3D is Jaws 3D and Friday the 13th. There actually is no third Meg movie yet that I know of. There's two Megs, which is a lot for the Meg, but there's no third movie yet. All right, question number 4. Which two of these comedies take place primarily at a lake in New England? Your options are Grown Ups, Meatballs, and What About Bob? They all involve lakes. There's no trick question there, but the question is asking which two take place at a lake in New England specifically. And the odd one out, I was kind of shocked to find out where it took place because I actually am not sure if I've ever seen it all the way through. The odd one out takes place in Ontario, Canada, at a summer camp. It's Meatballs is the odd one out, but the other two take place. What About Bob is specifically in New Hampshire at Lake Winnipesaukee, and Grown Ups, as I found from my camping neighbor this week, or went camping this weekend. It was at a campsite, not like just out in the woods. And we had people from New England, from New Hampshire next to us, and they were like telling us that they were from the real Lake Winnipesaukee and that Grown Ups is based. So I used that. So thank you, camp neighbors. All right, we are halfway through our double points round. Here comes question number 5. Agatha Christie's detective Hercule Poirot was played by which two actors in the 1978 and 2022 adaptations of Death on the Nile? Your options are Kenneth Branagh, Albert Finney, Peter Ustinov. Yeah, I think, it's not, it's like, I think, I couldn't find where it was. That's why I phrased it as New England, because I wasn't sure exactly where, but it did seem pretty clear that it was set in New England. Man, while writing this question, I ended up seeing the Gal Gadot, whatever. Enough champagne to fill the Nile. Oh man, it's wild that she's in as much stuff as she is. All right, your two Poirots, of course, Branagh and Peter Ustinov. Albert Finney was Poirot in Murder on the Orient Express from the 70s, but not in Death on the Nile. All right, question number 6. Which two of these films star Klaus Kinski, were directed by Werner Herzog, and involved an arduous journey through the Amazon region, either by river or over land? And that's over land with a boat, but not on the water. Your options are Aguirre, The Wrath of God, Fitzcarraldo, Embrace of the Serpent. So which two of these movies, which were an even 10 years apart, were starring Klaus Kinski, directed by Werner Herzog, and involved an arduous journey through the Amazon region, either on the river or using a boat, taking a boat over dry land? Which I meant to put in the question, but I didn't, because it does have a boat. It doesn't really use the river. The whole point is that it's not on the river, but all right. So I think that clue gave it away to a lot of people, or you just knew it. The one with the boat and they drag it across the land, that's Fitzcarraldo. The other one is about a conquistador going through the Amazon, and that's Aguirre, the Wrath of God. Embrace of the Serpent is a more recent film that takes place in the Amazon region. All right, question number 7. Which two of these watery films from 1995 contain either allusions or direct references to the 1989 Exxon Valdez oil spill? Your options are Waterworld, had to put it in there somewhere, Free Willy 2, The Journey Home, or Crimson Tide. All of these are water movies. All of them are from 1995. Which two of them have a reference to the Exxon Valdez? It's interesting. I see people. I can see the thought process as the answers come in. Sometimes they get changed. Looks like most people changed in the right direction. Overall, people figured out that Free Willy has an environmental theme, and there's a problem. Free Willy's family is that's the one that's not a direct reference to X. Like they don't call it. It's not the Exxon Valdez, but it's supposed to be that because it's only a couple of years later. And the other one, the bad guys actually have their lair, their secret lair is the Exxon Valdez, and that's Waterworld. Waterworld is the other one. Crimson Tide does not reference the oil spill. All right, and your last question of this round. Disney made movies based on their boat ride attractions, Pirates of the Caribbean and the Jungle Cruise, and also has which pair of boat ride attractions based on movies located in Disney World? Your ride options are Tiana's Bayou Adventure, Jurassic Park River Adventure, and the Na'vi River Journey. Which two of those are in Disney World? All real rides, but two of them are in Disney World and one is somewhere else. All right, time is up for this one. I think the most obvious one is Tiana's Bayou Adventure. That's the rethemed Splash Mountain. They turned it into a Princess and the Frog themed ride. And the other one, Jurassic Park, not a Disney film. It's a Universal movie, but there is an entire Avatar land at Animal Kingdom, of all places, where there is a Na'vi River Journey. All right, so let's take a look at our scores and standings here as we head into our final round. Trivia Rocks with 11, Fantastic 2 with 15, Luna Tunes with 16, Stroke of Genius with 19, Stallone with 20, Smoke Meats 23, Ask Us About Airplanes with 25, Chris the Curator with 28, Marley's Chains and Helsinki with 40, and Han Still Solo with 42. So anybody's game there up at the top. And that brings us to our post-credits blitz. I've got 3 more pairs of questions for you. One easier question that I deem easier for 1 point, a harder one for 2. And your category for I couldn't let a water movies game go by without James Cameron is horny for the sea. James Cameron is very horny for the ocean specifically, but I think just water in general. He's very horny for it. And here is your first pair of questions. For 1 point, what actor who had previously worked with Cameron on The Terminator, Aliens, and True Lies joined him for undersea shenanigans in Titanic? Or for 2 points, what actor who had previously worked with Cameron on The Terminator joined him for undersea shenanigans on The Abyss? So name one actor for 1 point, one actor for 2. One actor who worked with him quite a bit Oh yeah, someone did point out the second actor was also in Aliens. I thought I was missing something. He was in Aliens as well. The second guy was also, both of them were in Terminator and Aliens, and the 1 point guy was also in True Lies. Of course. I can't believe he was Hicks. Oh, I gave that away. That might have given it away. I don't know. He was Hicks in that. Oh, I didn't actually do the timer here. But all right. So there are two actors. That is the late Bill Paxton and Michael, the still alive, Michael Biehn. Bill Paxton and Michael Biehn. All right. Our next question in James Cameron is Horny for the Sea. For 1 point, complete the title of Cameron's documentary about the Titanic that incorporates the name of one of his previous films, Blank of the Abyss. Or for 2 points, complete the title of Cameron's documentary about sea life at the bottom of the ocean that incorporates the name of one of his previous films, Aliens of blank blank. So for 1 point, fill in the name Blank of the Abyss or Aliens of blank blank. And one of these, the first one, I think was narrated by Bill Paxton because of the Titanic connection. All right, let me bring myself back in here for this one. All right, so it is where am I? There I am. It is Ghosts of the Abyss and Aliens of the Deep. Ghosts and the Deep. Ghosts of the Abyss and Aliens of the Deep. All right, and your last pair of questions for tonight's game. Name the TV show on which Cameron played a version of himself who was directing a big screen Aquaman film. Or, for 2 points, name the Roger Corman creature feature set in a lake that's Cameron's first credited directorial effort. For 1 point, name the TV show on which Cameron played a version of himself who was directing a big screen Aquaman film. Or for 2 points, name the Roger Corman creature feature set in a lake that is his first credited directorial effort. All right. So he played a version of himself who was, I don't know if they ever actually got the movie made. I never paid enough attention to that show, but he was working with Vinny Chase and Turtle E and Johnny Drama to make the Aquaman movie and Entourage. And he directed, although he apparently he wanted his name off it, but they wouldn't take his name off it. Piranha 2 and Piranha 3 was also had a 3D release. It was in 2010 they came out with a third Piranha movie and it was in 3D, just like Jaws and Friday the 13th. All right, so that brings us to the end of tonight's game. Nicely done, everybody. Well played. Hope you had fun. So let's take a look at our final scores and standings here. For our water game, we've got Trivia Rocks with 13, Fantastic 2 with 17, Looney Tunes with 19, Stallone with 20, Stroke of Genius with 21, Smoke Meats 20, and Ask Us About Airplanes with 25, Chris the Curator 29, Marley's Chains and the Helsinki Syndrome finishing with 45, And Han still solo, your winner tonight with 47 points. So nicely done. It's been 100 and almost 150 games. Still no perfect 50s yet. Still has not happened. So we'll see. Maybe by the finale this season, we'll get a perfect 50. All right. So coming back next week. Next week is going to be the finale of this mini season before we take another week off and start part 4. Part 4 will be a little. There's probably going to be like a break. It might be a little funky because my in-person game starts up, but it's going to be every other week. So I will let you know what the schedule is going to be. And hope you had fun, everybody. Thank you for indulging me with my sea shanty. And I will see you back here next week for more Movie Quiz McClunky.